Listen, we want to do a recap. Yesterday, I combined my introductions, the organic gardening one, as well as the what one?
Bee farming.
Okay, with another term. Okay, I said I'm going to specifically, yes, how much on bee farming, but in the
industry.
Okay. Yes. Okay, so we're talking of home industries while we're living in the countryside. So particularly at this moment in time, we will do a recap on the home industry side of things. Leave the gardening alone. So don't quote Proverbs 12:11. Okay, yes, yeah, okay. We don't want the poverty side of things. We'll do that when we recap when we go to the garden side. What did you get from our introductions yesterday? Yes, Gilbert.
We have to think globally and we have to actually.
Okay, that was one of those very, very powerful one. When we get
things with clinical and military
precision. Okay, yes. Let me hammer also much a bit from, and then I'll come to you, because we actually read a very archaic, the old word apothecary, which we defined. Okay, later on became a chemist, and then later on today we will call them pharmacy, people who know how to mix. We're with the Mhizha, so Mhizha. I actually been told I'm very much gifted that I also have a surname that relates to that. Yes, it simply means a gifted man. That's my surname. Okay, thank you, Gilbert. We need to think globally while we're acting locally. That's very, very profound. If we do not think global, the globalist will continue to think for us. So we must come to a point where we say we must define things and they should stand. This is what God gave to Adam. Did you know that? He actually, okay, I've created you name. And whatever Adam named, even God accepted that. So when we come to the countryside and we are doing our things, we give the definitions, and those definitions stand. One of the challenges that we get, medical missionary, I'm not trained as a medical or anything, okay, but God actually said it. And then within our own setup, within our own Adventist community, how can you call yourself medical missionary? Okay, I've never been, there is nothing else that I can call it. God has already called it that way, and it stands. So we should have that capacity to define things. Nobody dictates unto us what homeschooling is. We detect it, and when whatever we say, we make the definitions, and they should and they should stand. I love good things already. I told you, and our things are super. One thing I have noted among the things are just gelling in there, isn't it? There's no conflict. They're just seeming the gears are just meshing up in. Well, what else did we get from the industrial side of things? Yeah, I don't mind you even quoting the verses that we use, because our things are really biblical, exactly as God has given it unto us. What else did we get from yesterday's presentation?
shall have poverty enough.
Okay, I didn't want to go. That one is more related to the garden. It's actually 28:19 of Proverbs. But thank you for bringing up, he that tilleth his land shall be satisfied with bread, but he that followeth vain persons will have poverty enough. And we are discussing, we don't want to have any poverty, because we are going to be helping the poor. Even Jesus said, the poor you always have. To whom was he telling that? To his disciples. So he wanted his disciples, he still wants his disciples today to have the poor. So if we are going to have the poor, we should have the resources, the means. Okay? Anything else that we can recap from the industrial side of things? I'm going to be adding more flesh to the industries, but today we've got actually a practical that I promised yesterday. We're still gathering the other things, yes.
see a man who does his business diligently,
Yeah.
he shall stand for peace.
Wow. What do you think of Owen's testimony that he gave us? Marrying that. The essence of doing our business with diligence is super important. Where I come from, okay, it's in the countryside. Okay, I'm actually known as the honeyman. Okay, I pack my things pretty very well, and then okay, we've got a councillor who is running the ward currently. Okay, ZANU-PF councillor. They know that this guy is a super. He's not a politician. He's a bee farmer, and then they asked me to manage the environment. So I'm in charge of just taking care of the environment, make sure there are no bushfires, they're not cutting trees, and all that kind of a thing. For the past 2 years, I started attending an agricultural show. It's a zonal show in network. So I had my concern, they were running things, with the precision, the military precision, the clinical precision. I attended one of their meetings when they were organizing, and I raised these concerns. I've been raising these concerns for the past 2 years. We are not really, and guess what they did? Okay, we need a man like this one. Can you be our brand ambassador? Hence I got branded the brand ambassador for the what? For the agriculture show. When we do our things with that kind of clinical precision, some of these things, it is also very, very essential. Because one of the things that we need to do in the society is for us to be trusted. Wherever we go, if they just said, okay, we've got such a problem, where can you get for a solution? They said, okay, no, there's a Tadala in the house. There's Love More. This one, no, go to Love More. Even if they are your enemies. Once we do, it's one of those things that we will do, give us a hedge. We all understand the medical missionary work and the literature evangelism is the work that will finish God's what? God's work. The only way we are going to finish it will have to be indispensable. We must come to a point where the community cannot do without who? Without us. Because when they say, okay, no, we must go and chop them, they say, no. Are you serious? If that one goes, what are we going to do? They should see their dependence upon what? Upon God. That is, okay, we are the agents of who? Of God. So when we work with God, our everything should be religious. I even talked about gardening. That is, so it's actually a religious duty. Ma'am Tema, thank you for coming, thank you for organizing things. We're just doing a recap. So, okay, you're going to be punished by telling us what you got from our introductions yesterday, but we were only talking on the industrial side of things. But we've just seen things are just gelling in. He just highlighted, okay, if you do it diligently, quoting Proverbs 22:29, okay, good. And I alluded it also to Owen's testimony, that certainly, because when our work is well done with the diligence, and that's the qualification that God wants us to do. And God can apparently work with us when we do our things with the diligence. There's also some certain protection that God gives unto us. Okay, I'll give you a testimony. It's related to government, to gardening much. Some years back, there's a ministry called Pure Light Ministry, yes, which is being run in South Africa. Yeah, before they put up, when they bought that farm, okay, they asked me to develop their garden. Then Gandhi Mazala was part of them. Okay, so I went to Mpumalanga. How many have been there? Oh, nobody has been there. So, okay, I wanted to gather the material, manures, and so, okay, it's a farming area, okay, much of the white folks in there. The neighbors were, okay, whites, very racist. They will be happy with their dogs than with me as a black man. But I needed to gather where I get what. Okay, so Gandhi, there's another guy, I think it's no longer with Pure, Pastor Sim Denise, right? And then, yeah, you know him. Okay, so we decided, okay, we are going to visit these white people. I think there was the woman and the boyfriend young enough to be a son, and then the sister. Okay, we visited them. It was getting dark. Okay, they accepted us. Well, but the house was packed with the dogs, vicious, small, young. Oh, okay. We did a good reception. And okay, we discussed what our business was for, and then we had an appointment. Gandhi was staying in Machado down there. Okay, we went to see Gandhi, and then we had the appointment. And then, okay, the day appointed, they actually picked me at Pure Light. We went to Machado to have the meeting with Gandhi. And then I said, okay, Gandhi. And she gets shocked. No, I thought the old man was Gandhi. Oh, okay, which old man? When we came, it was Gandhi. This is the Gandhi. Okay, you know me. We listened to me. No, you were the fourth guy, and the fourth guy was elderly than you. And this is the guy I'm thinking is Gandhi. So we back and forth, back and forth. No, when we came, we were only three. And then, okay, I must have seen your ancestors. Okay, we did our business. Okay, they went their way. And then Gandhi comes to me. You know, Joseph, probably this fourth man is the one that allowed them to accept us in the. So there are things that happens in the air and we don't know them. It's imperative. Sometimes we think we are walking all alone. I never saw the fourth man. I don't know, but he was elderly, much older than me. I was the eldest there, but okay, she's knowing I'm what I'm. But there was an elderly man. Okay, the ancestors. So there are things that happen in our sphere that we may never know of. But some people may just see, and then they cause them for us to be what? To be accepted. It's essential that when we walk with this men up there, things can happen as well. We are recapping. What did we capture from yesterday's introductions on the home industrial side of things? Man, there's nobody who's raising a hand. Can I punish you now? What did you capture, man? Oh, we're not there. Poor man. Okay, please, let's highlight what did we capture on the industrial side of it. We talked a lot of a number of things as far as the industries are concerned.
Your business should benefit your family first.
Okay, whatever you do, make it a point that family first. And I gave an example of tomatoes. We want to, okay, no, the white ones, they must go to the market. They are giving us money. And the ones that are rotting ones, that's what it means. We also need to adhere unto what? Unto them. Don't embarrass yourself. Say, okay, no, this fake, it was never registered, it was never. Just go to them because you actually want to make man out of the communities. That's also very, very essential when we think of what? When we think of running our businesses. There's a Japanese proverbs which says, if your goal is 1 year, grow rice. Okay, here we would say, okay, you guys are in the north, you are rice. Wherever probably the other areas that are maize. Okay, if your goal is 1 year, grow rice. If your goal is 10 years, grow trees. If your goal is 100 years, grow what? Educate the children. That's very essential. And I highlighted also many times our things do not go far. When you die, no. Yeah, they went with their things. Where did they go? We did not think of generational wealth. We want to come to a point where we say, okay, our children, we focused on them. They can choose whatever careers or they do, but there is a family business that will continue to give a name that will go. Back home, there's a Greek bakery. It was established in 1961. It's called Proton Bakery. They are based in Marondera. They've always been based there. But okay, they allowed themselves, okay, we've been around. We are not the biggest, but we are the best. If you go to them and ask them, the monies that they are eating now, it was probably made in the 1980s. The one that are currently making, they don't know the next generation that are going to enjoy that money. What's wrong with us as children of God? We need to create systems like God did. He just said, let there be trees. Is he coming back again to say, let there be trees? He just established a system that is self-perpetuating. That's exactly what we also want to do. Let's establish system. And then God, after doing that, then, and only then, he rested. Why we do not find rest for our souls is most probably we have not created the systems that will make us have rest. Okay. All right. Anything else that we captured from yesterday? Yeah, you are the elder man here. Yes. Okay. We have said all of them. Almost all of them. What did you pick? There's something that I actually even hammered on you, that as we are growing like this, we need to have a larger circle, social circle, as well as what? Resources. That's one of those things that we also have to be building, you know. And many times, some of you are still in the city, you are contemplating getting into the country life. We should also please let you know that it's not a walk in the park. We don't want to promise heaven that is not there. It means we have to what? We have to work. We have to count your cost. Even Jesus also said that, isn't it? When you want to build something, don't you sit down and do what? And count the cost. Many times we want to say, okay, I'll see it when I get there. And when you get there, you are in so many challenges. No, this one is not working. Like I highlighted, you begin to write SMSs. No, my child is not well. I need some money for this and that. It won't work like that. So it's imperative. You need to count the cost. And the reason why you see we seem to be gelling, every presenter in here, is we are appealing to the intellect much more than we are appealing to the emotions. Can somebody read Luke chapter 14 verse 28? Jesus himself saying it, counting the cost.
Luke 14 verse
28. Mm-hmm.
For which of you, intending to build a tower, sitteth not down first, and counteth the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it?
Did you hear that? Mm-hmm. Which one of you? You want to build a tower? You want to build out in there? Don't you sit down and count the what? And count the cost. It is essential in business to do counting the cost. And when you think of the idea of industries, we need 90% guts and 10% capital. Sitting down and what? And thinking 90%. And then when it comes to the money side, it's just 10%. Can you also read Proverbs chapter 24, verse 27.
Verse 27.
Mm-hmm.
Prepare thy work without, and make it fit for thyself in the field, and afterwards build thine house.
Did you hear that? That's one principle that you may want to do. When you get land, what's the purpose of that land? If the purpose is primarily to make a living, you want to establish that before you build a what? Before you build thy house. Is that understandable? In principle, okay, you want to establish your industries before the comfort of what? Of the house. You might have to deal with the temporary shelter until you've counted your cost, and then you've established whatever establishment that you would want to make, and then we put pressure on. Let's get going. It's alive. Yes.
Most of us, we start with building the houses. For example, maybe you look out for the land to place. You start building the house without preparing the field.
Most probably because we are coming from the cities, we have got our money already. I don't have a problem with that, right? But okay, if the primary thing is we are going to make money for made establishments, we might as well want to put up the business, let the business run. But if you've got resources, fair and fine, you are welcome to start up with your house and make the establishment that you want to establish. But the main goal is for you to quickly start up the sustainability of resources. You may want to prioritize that, because if you use all the resources, the capital on the infrastructure, you may not be able to kickstart the projects. One of the things that I also encourage is the growing of trees. I want you to think really serious about growing what? Growing trees. As you are growing old, trees are probably one of those things that can just give you some quite some handsome. Not just 1, 2, 10 trees. Think of a project that you can. Okay, your favorite fruit is avocado. Why don't you think of 1,000 avocado trees? But beyond that, think about avocado oil. What are the things that you can do? I also love mango. Think of mangoes. But beyond, many times probably in this area when the mango times, sometimes they were just leaving them to rot. Why don't you think of drying them? What does you think of an opening, probably a weekly store that okay, you are driving, maybe could it be to Mzuzu for a Sunday of mango smoothies when they are in what? When they are in season. Those are the things that we can actually value addition to this thing. We don't want to see our bananas just going to rot. At the time when there are plenty, okay, why not dry them? Okay, they also actually fetch higher value when they are dried. Dry them, measurelessly package them, and get customers for what? For them. And like any other business, like I said also yesterday, you want to establish the market. Don't tell me, I know they're going to buy it, it's organic, I'm going to tell them, and you'll be frustrated. It's important, whatever you do, that you establish the market. Once you are staying in the country, you also need to know some other crafts that you can actually even just go and teach other people. We did soap making and lotion making. Yeah, because we don't want, okay, these fun lotions that they are making. We need to be peculiar. And I charge people for doing those workshops. Those are I want us to establish probably 3-4 baskets that we can help to sustain ourselves. How about that? Because sometimes it's at one point the one basket is empty, sometimes it's at the middle, the other one is full. They can always the fluctuation, but we never come to a point where all the 3 or 4 baskets are what? Are empty. Does that make sense? We are actually equipping you to be lively. Even Jesus says, hey, be as wise as the serpent. Harmless as what? As a dove. It's a very, very essential. So, could we also do cooking classes? No, the plant-based cooking classes, I get hired to do. Sometimes you can actually get hired to do weddings. You know, those are the things that you can actually think. Now and again, you can even just be picked up. And so, broaden up what you can what you can do. But do it with diligence, circumspectly, and then certainly we push the narrative of country living very, very well. Are we happy with that? Okay, I need some. Yesterday I messed up with my time because I think I was 1 hour ahead of something. I need a timekeeper today so that I do not mess it. So there's a lot of we can do as far as the industries are concerned. Probably one of these good days we are going to even dry some oranges before we go in here. But okay, beyond the drying, nicely package them, brand them, and then they can hit. Today we want to make, I don't know what we are going to make the name, the drink that we are going to make. But like I said yesterday, it's a probiotic. So, okay, the apothecaries, you can actually sell it as a probiotic. You're also selling probiotics, isn't it? Sometimes they come in tablet form, but no, this is actually very, very superior. Yeah, that we can culture it. I'm going to give you the recipe. Honey to water, the ratio of honey to water.
4 to 1.
Yes. 4 water, 1 honey. I want you to play around with the fruits as to which ones you enjoy pretty very much until you have established your own brand and you name it. Make it very, very peculiar. So ginger is also mandatory. It will also be in there. I love hibiscus. Hibiscus is one of those things that currently we have oranges. We also have apples, right? We are going to use them, but whilst the fermentation is going on, probably if you can secure some pineapples, we're also going to add some pineapples. And sure, probably, yeah, God willing, we should be able to enjoy it on the Sabbath. I hope the organizers are planning to get us to enjoy it at Lake Malawi. Okay, we've got the avocado group and we've got also a broccoli group. Okay, broccoli, can you raise your hands? Okay, broccoli, can you come and stand this side? Obviously, avocado, we are standing that side. All right. I also want you to divide into two. And then you guys name, the other group will name itself after a fruit. So, okay, you sort that out. So
within the broccoli, divide that,
into two. And then the other one, name yourself after the fruit that you all enjoy. Right? Avocado, can you stand up? You're also doing the same. Okay? You are dividing yourself into two. And then you name the other group, the divisional group, into a vegetable of your choice. Can that be done? Are you done, you guys?
Yeah.
Okay, if you're done.
No, mix
Which group are you belonging to? You are groupless. Where were you? Okay, let's come to this side. How many are you this side? Okay, so divide yourself into two. Once you're done, you come over here. Right, love more? We need our warm water. All right. Is it warm water?
Yes, it's also.
Okay, that's. Yes, we are going to need the warm one as well. Yes. Okay. Okay. Before you go, love more, can you just measure how many pots can go in there? Yeah. Yeah, you can use that one. Well, measure with that one. So yes, yeah, measure with that one. I think that one is more. Amen. That's fine. It's okay. So put back the water. So we are going to use that as our measuring cup. And remember, like we read, also even from God, also from Owen, our chef, we need to be measuring our things. Okay, we are going to measure. Right, honey, 1. And then so that's the measurement for honey. Right, are you done this side?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so one group that side, and which one is going that side? What's the name of the other group?
It's a banana.
Okay, banana, you are this side. Broccoli, you are this side. This is your container.
We are maintaining.
Which side?
We're maintaining the broccoli. Broccoli has given birth to mango and
Yeah.
banana.
That's what is happening. I would respect that. Okay, so you need honey going. So you can just measure with the one of that. You may need something to use to scoop
that I
it.
can be able to see from this end.
Yeah. Okay, if you wash your hands, you guys.
You
let's
give me
go
this
wash your hands.
space.
Can we just?
I want
Yes.
that space.
Right, are you guys done?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the name of the other group? Let's we go wash our hands, please. Yeah?
Let's go wash our hands. Yeah, let's wash our hands.
Yes, let's wash our hands. Let's go wash our hands.
Okay, let's do fast.
Yes, let's be very fast. Ideally, I want us to have some other glass containers. Okay? Glass jars.
Alright, it's fine.
Alright?
Yeah, it's fine. The lights are off. No, you drop it. I think it's electricity issue.
Oh, okay.
So you just go solo like that.
Okay, that's fine.
It's fine.
So ideally, I would prefer. I love glass. Yeah, and also when we're dealing with honey, we want to be working with wood, not metal. Yeah, so that's one of those things that we really want. So
Why is that?
yeah,
Okay, be on that.
okay. Honey carries enzymes. Eh?
Be on that side. Oh,
No, that's why you just want to get honey. Yeah. So if you do you have any means to go to put it in there in the pot? You just want to get his honey and move away from there. Get a means of okay.
There's sponge. I can't just dip, no?
You can dip that.
No.
Alright, because metal kills the enzymes. That's one of those things that because you know enzymes they are quite living. Those are the things. No wonder why we say you should be eating more raw foods because raw foods have got enzymes. Any cooking will kill the enzymes, and the enzymes that's where the life is.
Alright, so I'm just dipping.
Alright. Are you satisfied? Yeah. Yes. Enzymes. That's why our food should be what? Should be living. Okay, you have it. So go very close. I don't want any drop on the ground. I don't want to lose anything. Okay. So you can just pour for everybody. Alright. Yeah, that's one.
Is that it? Should I scoop up?
Yeah, you can scoop up. Alright. Avocado. There's your dear. You can also need banana. Is banana in what?
Mango.
Mango. Which one is mango? Which one is
This
banana?
one, mango.
Oh, this one. Okay, mango. You've got your jab. I think banana. You've got your jab. Right. Then the other one is what? Apple.
Orange.
Okay.
From our
No. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. So, like we said, 1:4 with what? With water. So start with. Okay, let him just finish. Because it was crystallizing, which means it's a relatively pretty, very, very much alive. We need some warm water to. Yes. If you can, so that it
got me.
yes, no matter how small or big.
But the ratio is the same for what? For that, right?
We're doing the same ratio as far as the wine and water is concerned. We're making 4 batches of drinks. So we want to, you guys, I don't know where you are going to get the fruits, but I want more fruits. And I'm just giving you the basic of apples but okay, you can add. How many more do you want? You want mango? Okay, there is not mango season. What do you want? Would you prefer? Not banana. Banana becomes mushy. Yeah, watermelon would do, but yeah. Papaya. Yeah, those ones, they become very mushy.
Grapes.
Avocado.
Not avocado.
Guava.
Not guava. Pineapple.
Granadilla.
Granadilla! Yeah, they're in season. You can get them, eh?
Tangerines.
I also saw
Yes.
Tangerine is seasoned. Yeah, if it
Custard
doesn't
apples.
orange.
You can secure it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how. I'm from Zimbabwe. Okay? So you then add. So basically what we do, alright, was when you are done,
Let me tell you.
somebody else from another group should now help with what? Measuring. We can just put.
Yes,
Yeah, you can use that. Yeah, you can close our honey is gone. But use that jar as it is, for water. Put the warm water in there. Yeah, use the same one. You are using the same one. Yeah. Just close the honey. Right. Quickly go to the water. Right. Is that the warm one? Ah, hey. Of course. Yes, what is it?
Anyway, he wants to
He wants to. Yeah, that's why.
forgiven him. Don't worry.
No, even though when we were growing up, I would bite an apple, she would bite, you would bite. One. Currently we're putting one. Yeah. So all the jars supposed to one. Yeah. It's warm. So please bring your bananas to the table. Over this. We're all in your positions. We're done here. Yeah, we're done there. Let's stay until all the honey is dissolved.
So that I can be able to catch, because there's nothing that I'm
Just dissolving first.
Maybe they should just be.
Sorry. The ones who are taking part, stand that side. To leave this side open so that the camera can capture.
That's fine. You come this side.
So you better, whatever you're doing, stand on the other end.
Only those
Don't make a
that
circle.
Yeah. Okay. You can also come.
Yeah, so leave the front side open. Yeah, leave the front side open. Yeah, leave the front side open so that whatever.
Yeah. Let's stay it until it's well dissolved. That's the essence of us using. That's the essence of using the warm water.
Alright.
Okay.
We're here.
So okay, no, that's fine. Let's be relevant to the subject. What are we making? Yeah, we could use it as a medicine. We could use it. Okay, hypocrites. The so-called it's alluded to hypocrites. Let your food be your medicine, and your medicine your food. Your food. So okay, many times these days there are vegetables and then there are herbs. That's too foreign to me. Everything are just herbs. If you read the King James Version, when men sinned, Genesis 18 verse 3, and then God said, you will eat the herb of the field. So cabbage, whatever the leaves that you are thinking of, it either is vegetable, it's a herb. Yeah, the phytochemicals, the plant chemicals that are in there, that the very cabbage that you are eating as a vegetable, is also what medicine. If your thigh has got a problem and it's swollen, we can actually just pound the cabbage leaf, rub it up there, and then works as what? Works as medicine. So we need to understand, because generally this hour, it makes money to be selling herbs. And if you go some few years back, we're not hearing so much of herbs and whatnot, but they are now pegged in our pharmacies. Why is it so?
We are gaining confidence.
Yeah, I mean, this is our inheritance. They can just come and harvest, and probably you can just give them for next to nothing. They package it nicely, and then they are in their farmers, and then I'm selling it.
And it's certified. And I can't still buy it because it's not certified.
Can you imagine? But you sell it to them for next to nothing.
Yes, they're certified.
They certify it, and so we don't want to be fools. Yeah, we don't want to be stupid people up there. And we must. This is our inheritance. Something that we should want. That we should do regarding jealousy.
Okay, I think we are.
It's done. Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, you then add the remaining 3 cups of water. Yes. It's 1 to 4. Yes.
But first cup is for dissolving.
Yeah, just make sure
satisfied?
it's totally completely dissolved.
Our Asha.
No, don't go away. Now it's we can use this. This one. Dissolve, but it will be close, especially when your lips are dry. We just apply it at night when you're going to sleep. When you wake up,
No, it says
Okay. Yeah. How big? How many are we? Including children.
For the materials to how many are we?
We are about 60.
Okay.
Like 60 because the cap is determined. We are 50.
Close to 60. Yeah. Okay, are you done?
Yes.
All right. I want you to get a cup of hibiscus and put in there. 1 cup of hibiscus. There's a measuring cup. Hibiscus.
Like this?
Yeah.
Yes. 1 liter.
Yeah.
Is that a 1 liter?
If you're flat,
Should be.
I'm good if you're
Ah,
flat.
no, flat.
No, it's not. It's going over.
Right. The other group members, can you get
Oh, as my alone.
3 oranges and go and wash them thoroughly?
As my alone kitchen. Mnagani kwa pili.
Yeah. I don't know whoever is going to. Let's be.
Sorry. Every group,
Yes.
3 oranges.
Get the orange.
How about the apples? We can wash them together.
The apples are already washed.
Sorry. Whatever you do, don't
In
stand
my
aside.
in Kasamba West, it's mandatory. It's part of
Whatever you do,
Just
don't
the
stand in
oranges.
front.
those.
Teacher.
But okay, you get yeah. The most important thing
Is it 3 oranges per group or just 3 oranges?
3 oranges per group. Yeah.
Mongeni, you're taking note, eh?
Yeah, that's okay. You can leave it. Let's deal with the oranges.
You told me the ingredients to buy so you can make it.
If that done, or if yeah, okay, that's fine. You put a biscuit under the table. Yeah.
But we have got water here.
Right. The oranges. Eh?
We will not need the water.
I don't think so.
Yeah, oranges are done. Okay, let's put them under the table.
And salad.
Right. Right.
So,
There you go. I want you to just cut it into half. You put yours in. The other ones. Right. Just cut it into half and eat it. Right. No, just as it is. We'll give you
That one. Yes, that one.
Okay. So you cut it into half and put them in. No, you don't. Just cut it into half.
like this.
Yeah. No, the other way. Lengthwise. Lengthwise. We're just trying to increase the surface area.
Yeah, no.
What we are using
Then just cutting it like that.
is osmosis, the movement of molecules from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration. So all the goodness of the ginger is concentrated in here. Okay? All right. So it's going. Yeah, you can put it in. It's going to go into our all the benefits that we get from what from the ginger. They'll move from where. From here into what? Into our drink. That's the same thing with whatever fruits that you are going to put. But I've used watermelon in one of my drinks. Its challenge becomes too mushy. So is pineapple as well will become too mushy. Okay, so probably we want to avoid those ones because it must come as what? As a juice, not as what?
So you need a citrus fruit.
Yeah, the citrus fruit will do. The pineapples would do, even the watermelon, but okay, yeah. But for me, okay, I then have, because my containers are quite large, I then have a sieve just designed to siphon the things from into my containers, and it has got a what? It has a sieve. You know? Yeah, that's fine. So,
Sour soap. You can also add sour soap.
How many?
yes, I saw sour soap here. Yeah, just get 2.
These 2.
Yeah,
2?
yes,
Like this?
yes. And then you can just cut in the quarters, remove the seeds. Okay? Yeah. The oranges also cut them into quarters and remove the seeds.
Yeah, they already want
Yeah. Which group doesn't have oranges? These are the ones.
This is
Okay. Yeah. There's another chopping board here. Yeah.
Understand.
Yeah. Remove the seeds. Remove the core. Yeah.
Sorry, whatever you do, don't block the camera.
Which one is the group? This one. No, yeah, because okay, we are saying once we put it in there, because it's concentrated in its molecules will move from the chamber over time. Because we're going to take, yes, sometimes just yeah. It's not an instant drink. Yes. No. It's different. You see it's different. Yes, so you got a small and a big, a small and a big.
Maybe is this fine?
Yeah, remove the core. That's right. And then the core and the seed. And then, okay, when you're done, give someone else. When you go to the oranges, you can just put them. Yes, sir.
Imagine the set took up a garden Man's bank.
Yeah,
So many of them.
right in on the muscles, all the inflammation. Ginger is excellent. If they have got similar symptoms, we also use ginger. Yes. Cut into quarter. Why don't you finish the apple? Whose apple was that? Where is it going? That side. Okay, that's right. Yes. The oranges also go in there. Two. Yes. Yeah. So what I'm giving you is a basic. When you are in our own industries, I want you to perfect a recipe.
Yes.
That is going to be consistent. One of the things that the people would want will be that consistency. Yeah, that consistency will just only vary according to the seasons. Because the fruits also what will change according to remove the seeds and the seeds. Yeah, why are we removing the seeds so much? The seeds they contain volatile oils. They are good in themselves, in their bitterness, they are good. But all those oils we don't want to drink becoming bitter. So
what about adding a bit of turmeric in there?
Why don't you experiment and do it?
It's your thing. Do it.
You see, then just come up with a drink that is, yeah, you can add it.
Well, this is going to be something.
Just in,
An atomic bomb.
Yeah. I will. Yes, we're removing the seeds.
No, you can stand there.
Remove the core. Just take any.
what I told you about what you are measuring. Yeah, just remove it.
Azuteka iboneka balinaso yafundi ndithuba.
So whatever comes,
kutseka mbali.
okay, until you perfect a recipe that you want to say, okay, this is your business. I haven't given you my Kasambabezi one. This one. The skin. Yes. No, don't remove the skin. Only seeds. Yeah, only seeds. Don't remove the skin. You are going to actually even smell the citrus out of what? Out of the drink. So all the goodness that we are packing in here. Right. Are we seeing what we are doing? If you were to charge this drink, say the normal drink is what? How much are you buying your 500 milliliters? How much is it? 1,200. Okay, and how would you value this one?
For us, that's LGD. No. This one is expensive.
Okay. Okay. All right.
I can't see the.
Hello. Like one of the things that we want to be doing when we hear there's an agricultural show, there's a seed, what, anything that is going to do with what. All right. Thank you, Martin. Anything that is going to do with agriculture. We just want to be there. Register your store and probably just go for testers. I remember the other time we had something that is going to do with honey. But okay, my business would not allow me to attend. So I gave one guy who's also a guru in honey. And he says, no, just give me your drink. Okay, so I gave him some testers and something to sell.
Okay, one just tests, they buy. Whoever tested bought, I ended up making more business than him. Because remember, it had no competition. There are a lot of people with honey and okay, people could buy anywhere. But whoever tasted the drink was what was buying. Alright? That's the potential of what? Of this drink. I sell mine very expensively. $3 US for 250 milliliters. It's medicine. It's really, yeah. But like I say, we need to be wise. There are people now who are health conscious, and the people who are health conscious, they are also moneyed.
Yes.
Do you get that? Yes. Those people, if you introduce it to them, and the elite, they also want to protect themselves. So if you tell them no, it's a 1,200, they think it's the other things. Yeah. You see. So those are things. But okay, what I want you to do, recalculate the real cost. And many times where we fail is when we are making our businesses, we don't calculate the cost all that well. We don't put in the hours that we take to culture it and come in. I make my people pay for the years that I've been trying to perfect the what? To perfect this drink. Many times, okay, this one is keeping chickens, okay, broilers. We don't count, okay, the hours that we really put in. We're just okay, I bought feed, I bought the chicks, okay, but the hours we are not what we don't count them in, which is also very, very vital. Sometimes you may actually need to go to the business people and they are actually help you how to calculate the. Is that making sense? Yeah, invite the business, do who is who in what in business, and then actually help you to calculate the what? Calculate the cost. Are we all done? Are we all done? Okay. When we are done like this now, we need to cover it. Because remember, there's a lot of yeast in the air. And it is the yeast that is in the air that is going to help us ferment it. Okay? And you tie it pretty very well. Now, every day, you need to stir it at least twice. So as much as you can remember, but at least twice.
Like in the morning or
For how many days?
Until it starts fizzing. Until the fermentation gets started. Alright? If you do not stir it, it's going to make mold. And when it's moldy, we will have to throw it away. Yes or no? But when it begins fermenting, okay, the yeast will actually eat the mold. It will never go off again. And then, as you are grooming and working out your business, right, when it starts fizzing, okay, we just give it another day, and then we want to bottle it. It is self-carbonating. The fizzy thing that everybody is crying for in these fizzy drinks, this one does it by itself without having any additives to what? Any additives to it.
Self-contained.
Right. My Mandula, we need the warmest place in your house where we are going to put our containers. Yes, because generally, depending on
Darkness as well.
yes, no, we don't want so much light on it. So depending on the temperatures of the season, it may also determine how long it's going to take to start what? To start fizzing. But I also found that okay, if you add pineapple, it's like it accelerates. It's like of course it was got all the enzymes and everything like any other fruit. But I've seen pineapple does like it. Who said granadilla? Granadilla is always, yeah, if you can get us granadilla has got that trick as well. But okay, it's also very nice. I like the granadilla one. Of the horse, of my, for all my formulas, granadilla is one of those of my favorite. Of course, the pineapple. And then sometimes what I then do, when I'm now bottling, I then add coconut.
before you go to bed, I want to be sure on how many fruits are we supposed to kinds of fruits that we can put in the drink.
Okay, in my drinks, they've got various ones. And each one is got one fruit. So I can have this is pineapple, this that's determined. But
Flavor.
I've come to not necessarily flavor, but also all the phytochemicals that are in the fruit itself, the enzymes that are in there, all its goodness is going on. But one that I actually mixing last year when I did it for the men's retreat, I mixed a lot of citrus fruits and one I liked it. that one pretty very well. So okay, experiment 2, 3, 4 of the fruits that you can. Yeah, you can. I've given you the basic. I've not given you my particular recipe, so that I will not go to Zimbabwe and say, no, she's now a millionaire. She stole my recipe. Okay. Love more.
What fruits do they go together?
Okay, all fruits can go together.
Doesn't matter.
And fruit, they can what? The fruits generally go together. In as much as they are acidic and okay, most they are acid, they are alkaline forming when they get into our our system. And one of those things that you want to do, get your drink analyzed. You go, maybe is it government labs or the standard, whatever, they can actually even analyze it for you. Like, okay, you give them 100 milliliters, okay, it's got so much energy, it's got this, get it done. Okay? Yeah, at household level, okay, you are the judge, but then when it needs to go out there, okay? Right. If you are thinking it as a business, like I said, you think globally.
Yes.
Don't think, okay, like in my case, I told you I've got 26-liter glass jars. No, that doesn't make business sense. Because business, we are making something that is what? Macro. So, yeah, I can afford to say they've got a function, there's a wedding, there's some 100 people, they give me their order well in advance, okay, I get away with that. But you must come to a point where you say, okay, no, this thing is what? Quite industrial, let's get going. So what you might need to do, I've seen your hand, Martin, what you might need to do now, whether you're going to group yourself and, okay, and then you perfect your recipe, and then take a step as you go. Come up together, because generally, water, how much are you buying your water in?
We don't buy water.
You don't buy water, probably when our fruits begin to fruit, okay, we can actually be using. But the value of it, even the world, the government actually even give you the value, and they give you the value of the elite.
Yes.
Because of you and your hand button.
I want to agree with what you just said. Last week Sunday, me and my wife we had a wedding, and at that wedding they were offering herbal juices. Okay. And I was very surprised.
Yeah.
And it was a high level wedding. Herbal juices. There was chili drink here, there was gondolas drink here, there was what drink there, and they were mixing it right there, people coming with their cups and coming with their cups. And I'm sure the wedding people paid these guys a good amount of money. So what he's saying, to supply them this, and I can supply you this at the wedding.
Yes.
So I'm just giving it as a hint that what he's saying, people right now are really becoming very cautious. There was no Fanta there. There was just a herbal juices. There was
Yes. All right, listen. All right, refrigerated, you can stay up to 21 days. Yeah.
Refrigerate, not put in a freezer. Just
Refrigerated. But like I said, it doesn't go off. Once you have done it, it will mature into alcohol. That's the thing.
you get drunk.
Yeah. Yeah, 30 days or so, yeah. You can actually go to about 3.5 to about 7% alcohol. So you can actually go tipsy of it. That's why I say
don't see the door, just know it's going to
That's why I say if you're going to venture into it, think of events. So that, okay, you don't think of, you want to put it in a shop where it is going to stay for too long. Because in as much as it doesn't go off, okay, it will mature into what? It will be good for alcoholics. But I'm not interested in making alcoholics anyway. Yeah. Okay, not in Zimbabwe, not in Malawi, not in heaven. Yeah, do you have any other question?
How type of water? Is it this one or water body or pure water?
I'm not sure how they treat your water in here, but I'll be happy with the water that you can just have. Okay, but also get it analyzed. Because many times, our environment is getting contaminated everywhere, depending on the environment. But if you can just get it analyzed, you can also see how the water, how clean the water is. But I wouldn't recommend where the municipality water and whatnot, no. Because relatively, there's fluoride in there, there are all sorts of poison. Yeah, many times it also, isn't it, they also go to the sewers and then they try to refine it and whatnot. So basically, if you are out here, you can actually even experiment. The guys in the cities, okay, you use the tap water, and isn't you are becoming a team. Experiment, okay, this is the results that have come out of it, and then, and we need the best water. And what water it is best is what is very neutral at pH 7. Okay, so I wanted to say...
I wanted to say for Malawi, just to answer that question, the most ideal will be the bottled water. So for our context, the most ideal in city setup could be the bottled water, not the municipality water.
Okay, all right.
Wouldn't adding a bit of
Dear,
lemon
remember,
juice
Bavuda.
make it soften?
I'm not too sure if that would do, because remember, lemon, it also comes with what? With the enzymes, and then sooner or later there's a process of called autolysis. It will begin to kill itself. We use it when you're drying our fruits. They don't know for a certain time. But okay, if it's going to stay a little bit longer than that, okay, the lemon itself will also begin to kill itself. The process that's called autolysis. So okay, as we are, I think we are happy. So I was saying upon bottling, sometimes what I also do is I add coconut water. But it's not the coconut water that you're buying the bottle. That is the real coconuts. Okay? And then you open up the eyes, drain the water. Because that water is also packed with electrolytes. Very, very, yeah. So that's one of the things that
is best.
So you add it at the beginning?
No. When I'm at the finished, when it's done, when I'm bottling for carbonation, then I can, you add. Do you have coconuts here?
Yep, yes.
Hey, it's more whatever.
Border, we have a lot of.
It's more there.
Okay.
We'll go hunt tomorrow.
Hey, Betha. No.
But by the time it matures,
I'm talking of coconuts here. Yes, in here.
Yeah, they come. Yeah, by the time they should be right, they should be maturing.
You can get to
should have organized.
Okay, yeah, I wanted to do another one with coconut, but that's fine. Lemons, can you easily find lemons?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Are we done? Any questions as far as? Okay, to me, because I would like to have a name for each when. Okay, before we done, think about it as far as the groups and the consent and. Okay.
It's a chalawe.
Just hold on, somebody. This.
For the fresh, what is the equivalent to the dry? If you choose to use the fresh ones.
Fresh
hibiscus. So would the quantity of the dry be the same as the?
No, the quantity of the dry usually it comes up to the quarter. So with the fresh one you need more. Okay, say try with the two and see how you fare. Okay, when they're even that's even in herbs and that's so when they become dry they become concentrated and then we use less when they are dry.
But I think one more point to raise is the Bible says the spirit of the prophet is subject to the prophets. I think what he's simply trying to say on this is it's up to you now to keep the experiment. You do this one, after you do another one, you change a few parameters, then you begin to observe with whatever you have available that you know what, this is working better, this is not, this is whatever. And that, whichever one now begins to hit your right buttons is the one now you can sustain.
Yeah, thank you for that, Martin.
Yeah.
And also with the honey also, honey changes also is this is what this is back home. There's a particular honey that I love. It's becoming harvested now. It brings my Kasambawes, so delicious. So you're also going to experiment with that because depending, okay, then you want to capitalize. When the time comes, you are now running the business. That's the honey you must gather and keep. Because okay, your people also they will be looking for that consistency.
Yes.
So if it's today's that, are we having the real deal here? But probably as this change, they can actually be telling, okay, during winter, okay, this is the particular one. During summer, this is the particular one. That's very very ideal.
But you can do a disclaimer on the cake.
Summer drink, winter drink.
The flavor changes based on season. If you want to maintain, if you can maintain the consistency.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it a disclaimer. Yeah, but it's fine to label it. Okay, the flour it changes the flavor according to the honey, according to the season, relatively well.
Because even on the pack of honey, they will tell you that the honey, the flavor differs based on the flowers. Because the blue gum honey and the fingers, like usually they just do a one bottle and say. It will change based on which flower it is.
Which is really very true because there are over 300 types of honey, depending on the nectar that the bees collected from. So sometimes you see even the color changes, the easy. So they are also that. But I wouldn't call it a disclaimer. Many times of the disclaimer is coming with okay, children are going to school. Okay, if they are going for sports. If he gets injured, that's your own business, not the school's baby. Okay, consult your physician. Sometimes, in our circles, because they want to make it relatively excellent for them to be very, very excellent, and us not so excellent. How's my time, Clemens? Changing into...
You have an hour and a half. Not for this, for the next session.
Okay, so this one is done.
This one is done.
And for the mean, okay, apart from the sterling, the twice daily,
it will depend on the temperature, like I said. So we'll see how it goes. Probably sometimes I go for 4 days, and then it start fizzing. Okay. So yeah, sometimes if it's in the October time, sometimes in 3 days, and sometimes also when you come to a point where you are making it like okay, it's pretty going, you would actually have a starter culture from this batch, so that there can actually be continuation. It doesn't take long, because if you put the one that's already fizzing into the new one, it takes long. But okay.
What's the ratio of fizzing and starter?
No, it's just 1 cup.
To what? How many?
Whatever batch you are working on.
Okay, whatever amount.
Yeah, but because okay, I'm using my 1 cup for the 26 liter that I'm talking about.
Okay.
So it's relatively that's what it is. Okay. Is there another burning question?
So what happens with the fruits after 4 days? You throw them away?
Okay, relatively
You throw them away?
We'll put everything that is the same, isn't it? So I don't think we will need this. Okay, you guys, you work out your fruits in your group. I don't know how we are going to secure them. And then, but at least by tomorrow, you make the logistics for them to get here, and then we can. Right, Mama Ndula, you are going to lead the team. You get somebody who's going to carry. Right, I need 2 people, 1 on mango and 1 banana, to clean up this area, and also one here to clean up the area. The other one are carrying the stuff back home.
Everyone is labeled their boat.
Who's that?
Yes.
Wow! Woo! Okay. Very intelligent, eh? Okay. Yeah, you are ahead of time, eh? That's okay. Can you organize? Then we want to clear up things. We're going into the garden, and we are going practically into the garden. We'll talk a little bit here, and we'll go to the garden. Okay. Right. Hello? Hello?
Sorry.
We're still in class.
Sorry.
Okay. You have the comment?
Yes, I have a comment on what you're doing, and then I've seen that we have a problem of looking down on ourselves.
Okay.
As maybe I would say in Malawi, because I haven't studied the other cultures as well.
Okay.
But we have the problem of looking down on what we do with our hands. Because you take the very same things that you're doing, and then I'll give an example of Woolworth. Has different kind of drinks. They'll put ginger, lemon and whatnot, and the things that you're doing there. But for us to believe in what we're doing and then go with it to the market, I think it's also another thing that we also have to work on.
That can go.
As much as we're building ourselves religiously, but we must also build ourselves industriously in our minds, that we should trust the products that we produce before they go to the market. That's how we're going to make money, and then
Guys, did you hear that? Hello, we're still in class, remember? Yeah, so do whatever you are doing silently. Did you hear that?
Yes.
Yeah, I've already told you, I'm one of those guys who is a very proud guy, and I love good things. Right? I've got my shirts that are branded. I think you have also seen my other notebook. It's actually even what, that's my brand actually. It's also even branded. Okay, sometimes I go to these high profile guys, branded shirts. Even the pen itself is what? Is branded. And then, oh sorry. Okay, they've invited me for honey. And then, okay, I'm telling them, oh, my honey bottle is going for $6. And the one guy's like, no, the honey is expensive. And I'd opened my notebook, and I closed my notebook, and I put in my pen. I thought you called me here for honey, and you want to tell me the honey is expensive. And started walking. Okay, no, give me 4 bottles, give me 6 bottles. Don't take yourself for granted. People will also take you for granted.
Yes.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
The way you lift up yourself. That's how people perceive you.
And what you
And they treat you like that.
Exactly.
If you go like, okay, you are the humble one, and they treat you exactly. Thank you for raising that up, my sister. When you get out of this place, in as much as you are just humble people, but let's move with heaven on our mind. And if heaven is on our mind, we walk what? Tall, shoulder out, and then that's a very basic point. Number one, believe in your product. Let it be good unto what? Unto you. That's also very prominent. The thing that you are doing, if it's good unto you, then and only then can it be good unto what? Unto others. Let me illustrate this one. When my second born, Hadassah, was born, okay, my wife is in hospital. I visited her. Okay, while I was waiting to see my wife, a senior doctor at the hospital was just passing, was discussing with another relative who would also come visiting another her own relative. But okay, they found out they were related. And then the senior nurse is asking, no, but what is Gogo suffering from? And it's like sugar. Okay, he said sugar diabetes. And the senior says, oh, sugar diabetes. That is also my disease. And I'm like, what? You are a patient. How did you admit another patient to be in here? Does it ever ring bells? Why don't you beware first? And then and only then can you admit somebody else? So thank you, my sister, for raising that point. Whatever we are doing, let it be good unto what? Unto us first. And then when it's good, everybody, all of us, we love what? We love good things. There's no way we ever go wrong. Yes, you see your
I
hand.
want to know don't you have issues with standardization? Like you have to take the stuff to, in South Africa we've got the South African Bureau of Standards. Do you have to take to that so that they can label your stuff and for it to go to the shelf? Because sometimes you cannot just bring anything that is not standardized, that is not does not pass the QA.
Okay, I've heard your question. Can you get just a cloth and then you clean up your... I'm getting to fit names. Okay, I've answered this one before. Can somebody answer it?
It does, even its products.
Yeah. You want it? Okay, Lavu?
No, I mean, it's pretty much what I said. But we need to go, if we need to even get them, I think even the Bureau of Standards, even here in Malawi, they have labs where you can take your sample, they analyze how much energy, how much whatever is in whatever is, and then they'll hand you this.
And then they allow that it can what? It can, remember, we're talking business here. And the business is not in your hands, only in your pocket. We've got these governments, they've got their Bureau of Standards. Of course, we've got superior standards. Okay, let's take our, if you are proud of them, let's take them for standardization, because we are going to be selling to their people, you see. Yes, Martin, you see.
I wanted to say, if you want people to take you seriously, then you have to go through that route. But our question was, do you have to? The answer is no. Okay, you don't have to, but you need to. You don't have to. Because even as we produce soap, we have not yet taken it to the Bureau of Standards. But people are selling it like crazy, people are buying it and so on. However, we are in the process of dealing with my Bureau of Standards because we want to take it to another level. Now to take to the shops and all these other places, to these duty-free places and all sorts of things. So if that is not there, you limit yourself now. Because that's what someone already said, that you know what, your product is good but it's limited. It can't go very far because you don't have this lab and all this check. Not that you have to check as if it's bad, but the reality is to give confidence to the market, the people will be buying your stuff, to give them the confidence that you know what, this thing is tried and tested. So that would be you need to, but you don't have to.
Because once you go in there, they actually even give you their logo. Then you also put it on your products as well. Is there another burning question?
The standards.
The standards, the Peru. Yeah, so that at least it's on your products. Yeah. Is there another burning question? We are switching to
gardening.
Yes, agriculture now. Basic agreement. Yes. Okay. We're not praying. It's a continuation. Let's see. Review gardening.
You need to plan.
I want people who are what? Who are planning. Even God as well. There's always a plan. And of course, okay, that's fine. Planning is essential. What else? What else did you pick? Yes?
Determine the market.
Okay, if you are going to grow for the market, you must determine the market before you grow. Because if you are growing for the market, you are not growing for yourself. You are growing for the market. Good one, Banda. Right? Anybody else? Anybody else?
Yeah, I wanted to comment on. This is so small.
Sorry.
Proverbs 12:11. That land that
Okay.
we should still work the land.
He that tilleth his land
Will be satisfied, will not
with
be
the
short
bread.
of
Bread
bread,
enough.
Yes.
will not be
But he
poor.
that followeth vain persons is void of understanding.
You shall have poverty enough.
Yeah, that is 28, 19. You have what? You have poverty enough. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take every advantage to have land. It doesn't till somebody else. It is not saying till somebody else's land.
Your own life.
Your own what?
Land.
Your own land. So Africa, relatively, sometimes, in our rural homes, we still have these advantages of having land relatively cheaply, right? Let's establish that. Have your own land. Anything else? Yes, Banda?
Employing principles before you start a cash garden.
Employ?
Principles.
Mm-hmm.
Before you start a cash garden.
Okay. I didn't get that clear.
Like the point I said earlier.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so you employ principles before you start a garden, like you want to sell your products.
Okay, we want to commercialize your product.
Yes.
Okay, no, that's very, very ideal. You have got to have your own standards, and also our standards, like I say, they are very, very superior. What else did you? Eh? Understand that even we actually even Jesus, before you know the cost, yeah, you are producing this at what cost? Remember, probably our produce is 3 months, 4 months, 5 months for you to produce it. Real cost, but also vis-a-vis what the market is, what the market is giving. And like we are going the organic route, this is not conventional. You get premium. Okay.
Like you must find a market before you start producing.
That one is, yeah, you must get that, establish that market. So you need to do actually a research. This is actually a business principle. Okay, how many restaurants are in this order? What are they consuming? Will they buy? What are they consuming? Who currently is supplying them? Okay, can I also chip in? Business is relationships. Okay, no, okay, I'm thinking of this. But the time you establish, you think they are relatively, okay, we are going to be getting so much from Sulfur, we are going to get it for 3 weeks. Okay, many times, sometimes we are small holders. We need to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We are doing probably a quarter of an acre each, but we have got this product. No, guys, you are producing, please. We are monitoring what each other. They can be actually constituents. By the time you combine all your lands together, it begin to make business sense. So let's think not outside the box. We must kick the box away altogether, and then we need to be doing business. All right. Is there anybody else?
I need the box.
Okay, no, that's fine. Let's add more flesh to our gardening. You need, okay?
Reasons to grow your garden. You can grow it for, you said, for photography, for tourism.
Yeah. Okay. There are variety and many reasons that you can grow your garden for its beauty. Yeah, want to provide surplus to orphanages. So have reasons for what for your particular garden. That you are going to need tools for your garden, and the tools include your rakes, your shovels, spades, you name them, the hose pipes. What else do you need for you to start up a garden?
Seeds.
Of course, you are going to need seeds. You need water. All right. If you are thinking of a kitchen garden, okay, did you hear me? Okay, I'm not talking to mothers only. I'm talking also to men. Let it be close to the kitchen. Okay? You can actually be even easily being, because if it goes too far, well, even in love circles, it's out of sight and out of mind. But actually, because if it's closer by, you can, okay, no, it's time for the salad. You can actually easily, quickly pick, rather than it's there, blah, 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 you feel, no, I cannot go there now. And sometimes people, you want to harvest them and they stay long. Especially these vegetable harvest them, they begin to lose their nutritive value with what? With time, with air, and all those of things. So let it be closer to the kitchen where you can actually even easily mourn it. Right? Let me pose a question. You ask, as human beings, for us to be alive, to be lively and pretty on the go, what do we need as human beings? One of them is shelter. Food. Clothing. Water. Companionship. Money. Like serious. Okay, that's not so much as essential in as much as it works. But we're talking of basic needs. I wanted you guys to be listing them as we talk. The basic need of a human being. We've talked of water, we've talked of food, we've talked of shelter, companionship, what else? Sunshine is in there. Did you talk of air? Air is also what is also included in there.
Rest.
Of course, we also need what? We also need to rest. Yeah, that's our basic new start. Okay, let's go to plants. Do plants need water?
Yes.
So you can actually be ticking. Right? Do plants need food?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. Do plants need companions?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Okay, tell me about it.
We don't know.
Yes.
Pollination.
We are in class.
Okay.
Yes.
They
Sister.
need it because if they want to reproduce, they need to be free, in a good mood for them to produce more.
Okay. All right. I'd see the hand. I'm coming to you, Ogan. Yes.
Because we can plant different things that attract different insects, so that you have a pest control.
Okay. Yeah. Also excellent for pest control. Yes, Morgan.
Okay, practically, not scientifically proven, but I've seen that when you're working in a garden and you work on the plants, maybe you're tilling, you're touching them, they respond better than when you just leave them. Also, some plants seem to do well when they are closer to other plants as well. Yeah.
So in other words, you're saying that the plants need the companion with other plants and humans.
Yes.
Yes. So okay, particularly on talking of plants, they need both or what we said, but okay, we are specifying plants to plants, companionship. Yes, they just behave like human beings. You've got other people that you are not so much in good books with. That's exactly what also plants are. There are plants that you are in good books with. She has apparently talked about controlling of what? Controlling of insects. At the end, if we want to create an eco environment that is what? That is self-sustaining. One of the challenges that we do, we say, okay, I've got my money, I've got my land, I've actually dug in my compost and all my manures. I want to grow cabbages. And they've got the whole field of what? Of cabbages. And the half is like,
Buffet.
hallelujah. There's going to be food here. Let us reproduce and multiply. But if you within that field, you also add in onions, or the marigold, you add basil in there, they get confused because they smell the food. But when there's so much odors out of them there, they get what they get. They won't be able to dictate food. Is that making sense?
Yeah.
So many times when we're talking organic, one of those questions that really pops up: what do I do with the diseases and the pests? This is one of the things that you can do with the diseases and with the diseases and pests. I actually even emphasized. Let me just combine the companionship and food, right? Like us, if my immune system is strong and I'm well armed, I defend myself from diseases as well as my enemies. That's exactly what also plants do. So you want to make sure the soil is nutritious enough so that when the plant grows in there, the immune system is what? Is very strong. And also with now the other companions that comes also in there. Like, okay, you grow carrots, you grow dill, fennel. These guys, they also encourage natural bugs that are good for us. Praying mantis, ladybirds, they don't eat our produce. Frogs also, they can be attracted to our garden, but they don't eat what? Lizards also, they don't eat our veggies, isn't it? But they eat what? They eat these what? These bugs. So at the end, our goal is to create an ecosystem that is what? That is self-sustaining. Look into nature. We want to learn our things in nature. There are bugs in there. Are you sure? Why are the trees not being finished? Why do you struggle much so much that the pest can actually wipe out your produce? Back in Zimbabwe, okay, just hold on. I've seen you, I will pick you. Last year in Zimbabwe, the fall armyworm that was attacking maize like nobody's busy. And we're busy what? Trying it. But in nature, the trees, the system continues to self-sustain. But you see, you can actually see the aphids, they are in there, the praying mantis are in there, but the things are not being, they are not disturbing, it's not dying. Okay, so something.
Okay, no, I was just saying that they are not being finished up because the ecosystem is balanced. And I wanted to come in on the companionship that we have a custard apple tree. So when it was alone, it did not thrive. But then we planted another tree next to it. So as they grow together, then it started to flourish. So sometimes some trees, custard apples, if you have a custard apple, if it's not flourishing, it needs a companion, especially like your avocado or mango, whatever it is. So when they grow together, some plants, they really need companions, just like us.
Not some plants, all plants. Okay.
Yeah, but others can thrive. Like for instance, an avocado tree can grow on its own. But the custard apple has been proven many times because even when we got the transplant, it was planted near a tree, and the owner said it needs a companion. Like it needs to be at least under a shade or closer to the other.
Yeah. Okay. So once you know that what we need as human beings is apparently also what the plants need. Plants themselves, they communicate. They fly about 50, 100 meters, they start eating again. The way they eat is such that, okay, the plants of were being destroyed there. And they produce tannins. And these tannins are then broadcast by wind, telling, no, we are being finished. And then the gods will sense that, okay, it has become bitter, I must stop. I think it was God's plan of stopping overgrazing. If anything is eaten by goats, it dies.
That's what they say.
And that's what I actually know from So those are the kind of plants. Yes, they communicate. So you need to know plants that thrive together and those that do not thrive together. That's very, very essential. Okay, do they sleep also? Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, have you seen them sleeping?
The plants.
Yeah. Okay, if you have started nursing your plants, right, like okay, say tomato particularly,
Yes, I've seen them.
right, when they germinate, when they have the first leaves, okay, they are not leaves, they are called cotyledons, eh? Right, when they come out, the cotyledons come out, when it gets dark, you see them closing. When the sun rises up, they what? They open up. Yes, they also what? They also do rest. Do they need air?
Yes.
Okay, what are they using?
Carbon dioxide.
Carbon dioxide. Okay, and they are giving us oxygen. So we're actually interchanging with them. So we need plants also for them to give us. Are we using oxygen?
Yes.
Serious?
Yes.
Okay. In a normal environment, let's say we're in Kata Bay and there's no pollution. How much oxygen do we have in the air?
Plenty of it. 21%.
Yeah, give a percent. Yes, 21%. Nitrogen, 78%. And then we've got carbon dioxide and others as what? As 1%. One of those reasons we do not want to panel beat God's creation is this balance. Can you imagine? Okay, we are depending on, but we don't separate oxygen and carbon dioxide and nitrogen. We just bring them all in together. If you were to say, okay, no, let's do away with the nitrogen, it's just too much in there, who would live? Oxygen being a burning element. So God gives us things in their balance. One of the reasons that we should move away from refined foods is that we cannot panel beat God's creation. Because when they come unto us, they come with that with that balance. So when they refine, okay, let's say our wheat flour, they take away the roughage, they take away the brown, the gem as well, and then okay, endosperm. Okay, they've remained with all this starch only, and then sometimes it's brown flour. They add a little bit of what? Yeah, probably they won't even add it in God's ratio, right? Putting things off balance. Much of these diseases that we are suffering from is because we have decided to create to panel beat God's creation. We cannot do that. I talked also on an example of the maize that actually even God is very much concerned. You Africans, stop eating this maize, and He sends weevils. But before we know it, we are poisoning the weevils to kill the weevils, so that we continue. Yeah, we must eat it only. So it's imperative that when God created us as Africans, He did not put maize in here. Yeah. With small grains. Okay, Gilbert, can you come here? Right. Look at this color. You put sorghum, finger millet, all the millets, and the maize. To which colors is it related to? The smaller grains, eh? Yeah, okay, so you can be seated. One of the reasons we are so much suffering is we are lacking nutrients that are only found in the smaller grains. Because we have forsaken them. By now we should have counted a number of recipes, that are revolving around our small grains. But some of our children, they will never know what that is, and then we will try to introduce them. Hey, that's something that is scary. So, yeah, because you never introduce them. When you contaminated them, you just give them what you are giving them. What then you expect them? And then you have got these modern mothers. They will say, no, this one I've failed. How do you fail somebody who is not even in preschool? In our days, my mother would just say, Joseph, huh? And I ran. I still shudder to go against it. Up to this day. But our wives these days, this one gave up already. This one I failed. Yeah. In our days, mother would say, okay, we are eating. That's it.
That's it.
You also don't eat elsewhere. No. You don't accept things from strangers.
Yes.
More so food. But now we are so brave, we actually even buy online and then it gets delivered. You don't know whether their sweat is in there, their mucus is in there. You just eat. And then you are suffering anyhow. Clemens had seen your hand. Okay, we are in class. Clemens had seen your hand.
Okay, I just wanted to mention something on the small grains that you are talking about. That even on the medicinal properties, for those stubborn wounds, we can actually use rapoko milk. Yeah. To just pour on the wound, it dries up. So if it has got those medicinal properties externally, what about internally? And basically, finger millet. Yeah. So when you see someone is now sick, they say you have to eat those particular things. So because we know that this is the food. So we don't wait to be sick for us to eat those.
Yeah.
It's better for us to eat them now.
Yes. In the cooking class that I last did, I actually told people, the food that they recommend you to eat when you are sick is the food that you must be eating now. That must just sink. The food that they recommend us when you are what? Yeah. Many times, okay, I'm plant-based. No, I don't eat this white insima, and everybody's on. What is your problem? Do I have to have a problem in order to eat well? The challenge that we are having in these days, we are so much, so unfocused that we begin to question the right things. Do I look like I've got a problem? I'm thriving. So it's very, very essential. I'm going to be adding more flesh to the gardening. We're going to do our practical, but before we go to practical, I need your representatives to come and present my assignment of what we will need to do, our plans. I'll start with my mother told me to choose avo, but okay, you know the deal. I want broccoli. Okay, broccoli can come. Can broccoli come? Don't waste our time, so that at least we want to have our plan. Who's representing broccoli? Okay, Abanda. Yeah, I just want to know how we've tailor-made the plan. I'm going to merge the two. The reason I'm doing this is for us just to cement planning. I don't want to see when I visit you, you've got no plan for the garden. The first thing that you say, okay, you're eating here, I would like to see the plan. In our territories. It doesn't seem to be ready. Avocado. Once it's looking, avocado can come. Okay, you got it. Alright.
So you should basically say...
Yeah, you can just say, okay, it may not be as visible, but okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, you can just explain to us what your plan is.
Alright. So we've made a garden plan, right? 6 by 8.5 meters. As you can see, it's not that visible. So on the gateway side, somewhere there, we made beds that are 1 meter long, and the pathway is half meter long. So I put 4 echo circles, and they are in a rhombus shape, as you can see, or you can say X shape. Yeah, rhombus. So in the same line with this first circle, we've also put other beds here, one 3 meter long, and the pathway between the first bed on the gateway and this one is half a meter long, and here as well it's also half a meter long. So that applies to all the ways here. Now on the center, we'll put another bed. That's the same. That's 3 meter long at the center. The pathway is the same, half a meter long, and the same sizes of beds and the same size of pathways are the same here. So you can just, if you switch this side, it will be the same. So at the end, we end with 2 more beds that are 1 meter long, with the same distance between them. That's half a meter long. Thank you.
Okay. Right, avocado can come.
Alright. Okay, it's too small, so I think you won't be able to see.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, so our land will be 5 meter by 4 meters. We have one bed, 2 meter by in length, and 2 by 1. So it will be from the sides. It will be they will have half meter from the sides. The other from the top it will be 0.5 meters, and okay, then between the bed, the 2 by 1 meter bed and the eco circle, there will be about it will be about 1 meter again. So there will be 0.5 and it will be 1 meter. Then from the eco circle to the other side, it will be again 1 meter distance. In the corners, we'll have tires, which we have 4 of them each on the corners.
And the tires will be about, we have a 0.5 allowance, the distance from this tire to the edges of the land. So that's from all the four corners. Yes, so that's it. So we'll have 2 12. We will not use much of the space. Yeah. Of course, the reason behind is we looked at the time and said this is the with the digging and the like. This is what we manage. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate the effort that you did put into the planning. Right. If you are land limited, you don't want to increase so much of the space in between your in the beds. 1 meter, that's wasting land. You could actually just use your feet, just about some 30 centimeters. Right. Let's go with our plans. We leave our books in here. I hope you are happy in the attire that we pick up our tools in them. We want to level that place. We want to make it somewhat level. You see, the terrain is too steeping. Yeah, we just want to take and level it before we make our beds and where we put our tires. That's what we are going to do as we go. Okay, can we be going? Go buy avocado. Go buy avocado.
Buy what?
Avocado.
Go buy.
Let's go.